Hello and welcome to this October 2025 energy reading. My name is Leigh, intuitive well-being coach and teacher. If you're new here, you're very, very welcome. Please give me a subscribe, click the notification bell, and you will get notified when I upload a video. And if you have been here before, thank you for your support. And as always, let's get stuck into the month. I'm a little bit late. I apologize. Today is October the 6th. And it is a full moon. Okay, it's a supermoon. It's the first of 3 supermoons to help us close out this powerful year. It's been an interesting year. I found it an extremely tough year, and I know anybody I talk to has been the same. It is a number 9 year of completion. Apologies if I'm repeating myself, but it is important. Sometimes we do need to hear things a few times before they sink in and to understand it. So I am wearing red, which I never wear, nails and jumper, everything, just to help me ground, just to help me stay in my power, in my light, in my truth, knowing who I am, not giving that away to others. And there's just a real heavy energy around for everybody. Everybody's going through something. And I'm sending so much love to everybody right now. And actually, just as I do that, I'm just going to send anybody that's really needing just a big hug, just tune into this beautiful heart-shaped selenite. This is my daughter's, and I just feel like we all need a wee bit of gentleness right now. And you know, September, the eclipses, really from Lion's Gate on 8/8, it's been quite a strong energy, all right? And what that means is it's almost, and there's been storms, there's been solar flares, there's been all sorts of stuff weather-wise, there's been lots of stuff happening collectively as well, throat chakra activation, speaking your truth. So what thing, it's like a real shake-up, and it's to shake stuff up from the roots. It's to shake, you know, things that are hidden, that are keeping us powerless, that are preventing us from speaking our truth, that keep us in a fear that we don't really realize are there. So I'm just being shown like a tree. It's funny, I've had to move my apple tree to the front, so I can, and it's just lovely. I've opened the blinds and I can look at it, and I'm just being shown an apple tree. I'm just being shown, you know, all these beautiful apples on the apple tree, and I'm just being shown, you know, we need to give it a shake. We need to, our foundations are being shook, or, you know, our stability is being shook, to just get rid of any apples that are ready to fall, any that are rotten, any, just to make room for the new to grow. And, you know, obviously we've just come out of September, which is a number 9 month of completion. We are in October, and October is the month of death, you know, Halloween, otherwise known as Samhain, at the end of the month. And that's a very powerful portal in itself. And I will try and do an activation either for Samhain or for the 11/11 portal, which is in November, which I've been shown is we're building up towards that, okay? Massive new beginnings to really start the next year. Next year is a fast moving year. We are entering the year of the horse, the year of freedom, of movement, of fully standing in our power and supporting ourselves, okay? And actually it's a number 1 year, so it's starting a new cycle, brand new cycle, okay? And there's many, we're stepping into like our true authentic self, okay? Our true soul self. But we sort of need to understand who that is, because authenticity is, we're no longer being allowed to ignore who we are and understand who we are. And when you and it's not about others understanding, it's about you understanding first, and then you share that with others, and they either get you or they don't, and that is okay. We are not for everybody, and it's important to just keep moving no matter what, okay? And today is a supermoon, as I said. It's a full moon in Aries, and the Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. The Aries is a fire sign. It is, hence why, you know, this is a year of fire. It's a year of fire and air, actually. So it's why it's felt extremely intense, extremely fast moving. And it's why anger is coming up at the minute for many, and irritability, and, you know, what I call a sacred rage. And it's important to understand that with every emotion, there is a light and a shadow with every emotion, okay? And there could be stuff coming up with your blood. That's the fire within your heart. You know, there's lots, your womb area, your reproductive cycle, you know, headaches, you know, can give us, like, when the fire, you know, gets all clogged and we're just about to blow. So there's many different physical symptoms that you will be shown to get your attention. Okay, so full moon is release, but this full moon is, so just, as much as October is a month of death, it is a month of gentleness too. So hold yourself through the month as you go, as you experience different things. You know, Halloween, you know, traditionally everybody dresses up. And really what you're doing is you're dressing up as your shadow, okay? Your shadow self that wants integrated, that part of you that wants to be integrated. The veil between worlds is very, very thin. So our intuition is being heightened. We are feeling our own stuff plus everybody else's, which is why it's important to cut cords. You know, really you can only stay in your lane. You can help others, but only when your cup is full, okay? So, which is why I have been able to do this energy reading, I suppose, until today, because I've just been resting like all weekend and integrating just really strong energies from the past couple of weeks that I've been going through myself. Okay, so I'm just going to take a wee drink of this cacao, and I'm gonna just pick 10 cards. I know that sounds like a lot, but I do pick a lot more. 10 cards for the month of October, please. Let's ask for guidance for the collective. What is it that people watching need to hear today? That card was definitely coming out. So Cthulhu, initiatory experience. Your current situation is initiating your gifts. When I see the word initiation, I go, oh my God, I just want to run and hide under the duvet. So we're all going through an initiation right now. An initiation is not easy. And funny, I had picked a couple of cards before, never picked cards before. I always like to do it on, you know, on video live here. This card came up, Thoth. And that is the teacher awakens. And it says there the student becomes a teacher. So this initiatory experience that you're all going through, which is, you know, as I said, many people are going through different things and they're not easy. And it's initiating gifts. So that is helping you to understand who you are, stand in your power, stand in your light, to allow these gifts that we have kept down to be awakened so that you can fully take control. You can fully, but not control in a forceful way. You want to be in a beautiful, balanced, masculine, feminine flow. Action, rest, action, intuition. You know, that real flow. Understand your masculine and feminine. So you can initiate what your gifts are. We all have innate gifts. Okay. So Cthulhu, so that's a wisdom. And then we have Metatron and Sandalphon. So sacred connection. Again, this can be a relationship if there's relationship stuff going on. What I would say to you is I would park that. If you have any relationship issues with others, what I mean is park that for now and look at the relationship with yourself first, because you are a mirror reflection to those around you. So if you fix the relationship within yourself, i.e. that relationship between your inner child and you, that relationship with your inner teenager and you, that relationship with your inner mother, father and you, that relationship with your crone or your sage, your wise and wild man or woman. And if you fix that within yourself and understand that within yourself, then that will be reflected in the relationships externally. So it starts internally. It says here, sacred connection, synchronicity, divine connection, understanding lessons. And if there is, for example, you know, triggers and things coming up that are really challenging you at the minute with people, there can be situations, but people are always involved. This is how we learn. You know, what is this teaching? You can still be human and feel, you know, whatever you need to feel, not bypassing, and genuinely somebody, you know, might be treating you not well. And that is a valid thing, okay? Put your boundaries in place. But then afterwards go within, what is this person teaching you? Has this situation happened before? What is the emotion I'm feeling? Where am I feeling in my body? When was the first time I felt this? And who does this person remind me of, energy-wise? Anybody from the past, okay? Whether it be mother, father, teacher, brother, sister, you know, whatever, okay? Everything's a teachable moment. Joan of Arc. Okay, so this is the throat chakra. Many are experiencing throat chakra activations at the minute. Sacred activists, do not be afraid, stand up for your beliefs. And what I'm hearing is stand up for you. Don't wait for anybody to do that for you. Knowing who you are, know who you are, stand up for you first, then you can help others. Okay. And I'm hearing, face the impossible. All right. Miracles are real. Okay. So let's ask for an animal guide, please. Because that is 4 cards. So let's ask for 2 animal guides, and I'm going to pick one of each of the other ones. Yeah. Okay, I love this. Okay, we have the peacock and we have the beaver. All right. So the peacock is prosperity. When you can sit with yourself, understand your shadow. Think about what I said about Halloween, okay? Is we dress up as our shadow to integrate our shadow, all right? So understanding our shadow selves is the part of us that we put in the shadows, deeming them as bad, as not okay, as holding shame, guilt, fear, whatever the lower emotions are. We can call it ego, we can call it inner child, but it is a part of us that we shut away. Can't do that anymore. We can do that for a certain length of time to get through the stressful period, but then you must understand the source. You must understand who that is. And when you do that, that's where you will find prosperity. That is where the peacock there, okay, the peacock is teal, is the color teal. It is the color of the ultra major chakra, which sits at the back of the neck, which is really connected to your nervous system, but also past lives. And it is known as the mouth of the god and the goddess. And so if you've been getting neck stuff, sorry, if you've been getting neck pain, that is, where our truth is. Our truth is the neck, is the throat. That is where we hold shame and guilt and we keep things in. But it's not the you now, it's the inner child, it's the inner teenager. I did a wee bit of work. I had to just do some work understanding myself, and I was really being shown the inner teenager, and I would highly recommend writing a timeline if you've never done this. You can do it from age birth to now. I have understood my inner child, so I wanted to do a bit more work on my inner teenager. Just got a piece of paper out and just wrote from age 13 up to 19, and just things that I could remember, left it over a couple of days, meditated, more stuff came in, added it in, and then I really sat and bring yourself into your circle to meet these parts of you and really look at them, really integrate them, really love those parts of you is what I would encourage you to do. And then we have the card of work. Okay, I'm hearing the word inner work. Don't make it inner work. And I'm hearing the word human being, human doing. We're human doings, not human beings. And I think what I always say to people that I work with, mentorship clients, whoever I work with, I try and help them not come at this from a place of it's an inner work, doing affirmations, doing things for the sake of doing. There is enough material around you. You don't need to go looking for it. There's enough material in, reflected in people around you and what's coming up in your physical body, and tuning into that. Sometimes we can spiritually bypass. We can just do affirmations for the sake of affirmations. We can just read books for the sake of reading books, but not actually reading them, feeling them, understanding them. How does that relate to me? And that's what I would say to you. Same with the full moon. You can do a process of let's release in the full moon, let's write a letter and things that no longer serve me, but you're still disconnected from that part of you that just wants to be seen right now. That part of you is trying to get your attention because it's painful and we do want to avoid pain. So I just encourage you to be a little bit more present this October. Slow down, be gentle with yourself, as there is a fast moving energy coming in November. And the more you can be present and reset, recharge, recalibrate, I'm hearing. And that is just keep it simple. Simple things with diet, small changes, drinking more water, drinking less wine, less sweet stuff, more cacao, less coffee, less tea, just really, really simple. Everybody knows what to do. You do know what to do, but what we try and do is we try and do too much, and then we feel bad, or we don't do anything and we still feel bad, and so just go easy on yourself is what I say. Just be really kind, all right? And I'm just checking this beaver card. So this is about work, and for many it's about your purpose is what I'm hearing. Your soul purpose is ready to be activated. And I'm hearing it's ready to be activated in the 1111 portal. And many have been going, what is it I'm here to do? You know, we all, I'm not saying we all need a purpose, but we all need to understand who we are and what we're here to do. But that doesn't mean that we have to go out and have a business, or, you know, your purpose could still be just mothering your child, you know, being a partner for your other half to go do what they need to do. It doesn't need, what I'm saying is it doesn't need to be some big grandiose, everybody has different gifts. And as I said there at the beginning, we have initiate gifts. And this is one of the things that I bring through and identify whenever I do the Akashic Records reading and clearing is there is 8 gifts, okay? And some people have a gift connected to, you know, the throat chakra. They're here to speak, they're here to channel, you know, which self-expression, that's divine self-expression. Some people are just here to, you know, just to nurture, to be like a mothering energy. Some people, you know, divine wisdom is another one. It's just like to be, you know, so if, say, for example, if you have a healer, okay, for example, a healer that does what I do, one of my divine gifts is divine self-expression, and the other one is divine power. So what that means is I'm here to help men and women be in their power, you know, but I have to be in my power first and understand what power means, okay? Self-expression. So I am here to speak, to be that channel, to do videos. But you could have another healer who is, for example, divine wisdom or divine love. They will not want to be seen. They just want a gentle life. They will give their wisdom to those around you. They won't even necessarily, you know, want paid for it, actually. Do you know, they will just do it from that place of energy exchange. That's just what works for them. They're quite shy. They're quite integrated. They don't want to be, do you know what I mean? So, you know, everybody's different. So when you understand that part of you, and you know, the Akashic Records does that. Human design will help you do that. Just doing this inner work and one-to-one inner child work. There's many different, and you know, there's a lot of material out there to help you with that, but it can get very overwhelming. So ground yourself, pull yourself in, and then see what you're guided to. And start with books, start with podcasts. If you're not feeling it, move on to another one. Okay, just really tune into you, practice your intuition. When you're grounded and in your body, practice your intuition with simple things. Do you go left? Do you go right? Do you do this today? How does this feel? I would work with what feels good, with just simple stuff, before you make decisions on the big things, is what I would say. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I've just looked at the card at the bottom. All right, so that's the Jaguar. Jaguar spirit is connected to cacao, okay? It's Mama Lachelle, okay? Start with a cup of cacao every day. So release under this full moon. Cacao will support that release. It will help to, and I'm seeing release, actually physically releasing through our bowels. And our bowels and our lungs are yin-yang organs, okay? And so when you breathe, when you slow down, when you're gentle with yourself, that will all listen, okay? And you will actually physically detox. The cup of cacao each day will help you to help balance your nervous system. It'll help, I call it hugging a mug. And she has been, you know, it's been hard to get, you know, cacao, my supplier who I get it from. Magic Earth is called, is like I haven't been able to get it for like, it must be a month or something. So it's almost like she's been holding back to create a demand again, because we've been taking her for granted. That's what I'm hearing. Just not really, just disrespecting her medicine, okay? And just making it like a coffee or a tea, but not really feeling her, not really sitting with her, not really allowing her to hold you. And she is a plant-based medicine. It's a powerful superfood. You know, she was not available in ancient times. She was only available for the gods or those in royalty. It's known as the food of the gods, okay? She's available now, but it's almost like, it's like water. Water is the most powerful healing liquid, and it's fully available. But we don't put, what's the word, a value on something that's readily available as a society, okay? Interesting. Okay. I have 5 minutes before my client comes, so I'm just going to pick I'm feeling the dragons around, so let's get a collective card. The dragons, what the dragon collective card do we need for the month of October? Okay, I'm going to pick 3. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 3. Okay. Collective card, please. Me talking about the Akashic, because the back of the neck is the Akashic gate. So if anybody's interested in closing this year out with an Akashic, if I could speak, it would help. Records clear, and please give me a shout. Aligned with purpose, crossroads, and no wrong path. Look at the mirrors. Look at the mirrors. Okay. Many doors open. I've been shown that we need to close some doors, actually. Collective card, please, as we close. Okay. And I love, okay, I love how we've got the card at the bottom. The white witches were in the month of October, and the witch is a bit of a theme, but it's the white witch. All right, be the light. You know, the word witch just means wisdom. Okay, but it's been given. You know, the words like spellings comes from words. You know, words have been taken and spells have been cast on them, so that we don't, so that we're scared of them. And this word is one that we are scared of, and it just means wise woman. Okay, and there is a witch, there's the females, and there's the wizard, you know, and the males. And we are our own witch and wizard, you know, there's the stargazer. Okay, set your sights higher. All right, see the truth of who you are. You're a good person. Okay. Be the light, be the guiding light, all right? But you see that light within yourself, and any shadows, if you see something in somebody else that you do not like, integrate that within you first, because that means that is within you. There's an aspect of that within you, okay? A vibration. It's very hard to explain this. I can do this on a one-to-one and really get people, really show it to people. I had a client yesterday. She's really, really struggling. She couldn't see it. And that's why, you know, for me, I can see the inner child. I can see the memory. I can see the age to help her, because it's so blocked, because, you know, she don't want to go there. And we're able to bring this memory up. And once she's seen it and felt it, oh my God, it was so powerful. It's so beautiful to watch. And that's getting to the source. It's not the person in front of her. He or she is just the trigger. Okay. Halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. So this is a month of lessons. It's a month to enter this hall of learning. Okay. We have guides, angels, loved ones all around us. We are not on our own. That's what I showed my client yesterday. I was like, you're very spiritual. You're not on your own. She's feeling so alone because she's not initiating her gift. She's not seeing her true power. I said to her, you're so spiritual. She's like, am I? Oh my goodness. She's so, there's like circles and circles of, you know, her guides and her angels and her loved ones around her that she cannot see, but she's disconnected from herself. So I was helping her do that so she feels less alone. Okay. The dragon that is here to help us this month is the air and water dragon, which would make sense because there's a lot of fire energy around. Helps you connect to higher frequencies, trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, and be open to enlightenment. Express your inner song. You know, trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, and be open to enlightenment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just trust your intuition with the small things, you know, and develop that muscle. Like you're going to the gym to develop your physical muscles. Do that with your intuition. Okay. And the card at the bottom is this beautiful dragon. All right. Gold and silver, violet flame dragon transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It is time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. So it just feels like we are going through a massive transformation at the minute. And this is, you know, this is the violet, which is the violet flame energy, which is clearing past lives. This is a year of completion. We are healing, which is why I've mentioned the Akasha. We are healing, you know, this lifetime, but also it's parallel to other lifetimes that we're clearing at the same time, which is why it can feel extremely intense. And it's you know, you're not seeing it, so you just have to really hold and support yourself and give yourself some gentleness right now is what I would do. We've got the gold and the silver, okay? Gold and silver. Gold and silver violet. Okay, so that's the full moon. Feel that full moon coming in, and just helping you to shed that skin, just helping you to create a new skin, like a new armor, to step forward into the truth of who you are and what you're here to do. You know, remember, look at Joan of Arc with that's a gold and a silver armor, but to me that's an old armor. It's an outdated armor. That's keeping you in a place of fear, like protecting yourself so much. So let's slowly take that armor away. You have the sword, take the helmet away and move forward with this grace. Okay, cutting those cords to what no longer serves you. Okay, to old beliefs, to old habits, to old people, situations, things, but staying in the heart, not doing it in a harsh way, because that's still slamming the door, you know, and that fear will still be there. Okay, and the lesson will come around again and again and again. All right, so yeah, I think I'll leave it there. There's my client coming now, so I'm sending you so much love. Okay, and have a lovely October, and I'll be back soon.